Hey, Yuri, thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us today.
Yeah, happy to be here.
So, I just want to hear a little bit about your story. So, where were you at in your health before you came to see us?
Uh, I was really declining rapidly and had gone to doctor after doctor. No one could figure out what was wrong. Every test came back normal, but clearly something was incredibly wrong as I was getting more and more and more deeply fatigued to the point that I was sleeping, 12 hours at night and then napping in my car at work for 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon.
Hmm.
I was starting to have trouble understanding things that were being said to me. My husband had to come with me to our initial appointments to sort of translate because I couldn't really grasp it. I was having trouble reading anything more than very, very simple things and trouble writing, not just not just putting things into words, but literally I couldn't make a column of straight words on the page if I was making a list, for instance. Um, Tremendous amount of pain, horribly debilitating migraines,
Hmm.
um, and just really confused and really lost. And no one seemed to be able to help me or figure out what was wrong.
Hmm. And you're quite the intellectual. And,
Oh yes,
and so,
I was reading at a college level by eighth grade.
yeah. Yeah, so yeah, tell us a little bit about your career professional background.
Well, I graduated from the University of Washington with my bachelor's degree, and I worked in a variety of um, office settings, office manager, administrative positions. But then I got into social work and started working with at risk youth, including homeless and foster care youth, and helping them find jobs, get into college, deal with daily life, all that sort of thing.
Excellent. So then coming back to your story, so then you came to the practice. And so how are things now since you've been with us?
Oh my gosh. So I actually have sleep now that's restorative instead of waking up feeling like literally I hadn't slept and just more tired than before. The migraines are down to only once or twice a month compared to very, very frequently, and they're totally manageable. So much easier to deal with than they were.
Nice.
Um, I am able to I can read novels again. I can before it was so bad I could have one phone call a week and then I was so exhausted I would need a whole week to recover
Hmm.
from it. And now I could have, you know, two phone calls every day. Oh my gosh, I feel so luxurious. Or more. I um I can shower standing up now. I couldn't do that 4 years ago. Um I can, in a day, I can unload the dishwasher, load the dishwasher, put on a load of laundry, take a shower, have a phone call, and not feel like I'm completely dying. Whereas before, if I managed all of that in a week, that would have been incredible. So, although for me, my daily function level has improved dramatically, and I know that there's a ways to go, and having to be patient with that and deal with that it can be challenging. But compared to where I was 4 years ago, it is incredible.
Hmm.
And just the reduction in the pain alone, you know, is chronic pain is so exhausting.
Yeah.
And so reducing that has just been incredible.
Hmm. And where would you say your energy was out of 10 before you came to see us and where it is now? Was it like a 1 out of 10 and now it's a 4 out of 10, or what would you say if ten's ideal?
Yeah, I mean, I would say definitely before it was like a 1. It was maybe a 0.5. You know, it was really bad. It was really bad. It was really hard. Um, and I was so in the middle of it that I didn't necessarily realize how serious it was.
Right.
You know, now looking back, it's like, oh, that's really not okay. um, I honestly think if I had not come to see you or had not found you and gotten the treatment and stuff, you know, I was declining so seriously that I do think I would have
Mm.
died. It was that bad. Now, yeah, I'd say I'm 4 out of 10 on, which is huge compared to what it was. Um, you know, I have good days and I have bad days, but on average, yeah, 4. Some days I get more than that, which is most of the time.
Awesome. And what would you say to somebody who's, concerned about the investment, the time that it takes to take the supplements, to have the visits, concerned about functional medicine? What would you say to somebody who's considering this?
If I had found functional medicine and you, say even I was going to say 20 years before, but even just a couple of years before, I don't think I it would. The further down I go, the harder it is to come back up,
Right.
and not when allopathic medicine, you go to other doctors and test after test and they're fine and you don't know and you're still declining. Finding something to reverse that decline sooner than later will take years off of the effort later.
Right.
I don't think if I had been able to find you a few years earlier, I don't think it would be taking me this long to recover.
Hmm.
So although it seems like, oh, money and time and all this stuff, in the long run, it will take way more money and way more time if if things continue to decline. So
Right.
so the sooner you can turn it around, sooner you can and try it. It's not it's not I can't think of the word. So you don't know until you try it.
Right.
This other way hasn't worked. Continuing to do the other way likely isn't going to work. So why not try something new and see if it'll work?
Right. Doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome, right?
Indeed.
Definition of insanity.
Indeed. The trick is getting around our human impulses, barriers to something new and that other people aren't doing.
Hmm.
Right. And so it's like, if everyone around, and I don't think of myself as someone who follows other people and what they're doing, but it's just a natural human thing to find it easier to do things that we've done before that we see other people doing. So this might seem new and, oh, I don't know, but once you start connecting, especially if you can connect with other people who have really tried functional medicine and hear their stories and hear what is or isn't working for them, rather than the opinions of people who don't even know what it is. um, it's really quite amazing. Having community, I think, is really great. So, like in your Facebook group, for instance,
Right.
and hearing other people's stories, and then you start to see, oh, okay, wow, yeah, okay, this really can work and has worked for other people.
Hmm.
I don't know anybody out, and I've suggested to many friends and family to try this approach. I don't know anybody that has actually tried it that has not seen significant improvements.
Hmm.
The people that aren't willing to give it a go are pretty much in the same place they have been.
Right.
But everybody I know who has been like, okay, I'll try this, has seen significant improvement.
Brilliant. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us today, Yuri.
You gave me my life back, Evan.
Mm.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Is it all right if I use this in our marketing
Yeah, go
efforts?
ahead. Yep,
Awesome.
totally.